Since 1998, California has required candidates wishing to earn a teaching credential to pass a state-approved teaching performance assessment in addition to their training, course assignments, and supervisor evaluations. The version of this assessment required by CSUDH Teach is called the Performance Assessment for California Teachers, or PACT, teaching event. For the teaching event, candidates describe the context in which they're teaching and put together a portfolio of lesson plans, assessments, student artifacts, and reflections, along with a video of themselves teaching and commentaries on each of these. Candidates write responses to 5 tasks: the context for learning, the planning, instruction, and assessment task, instructing students and supporting learning, assessing student learning, and reflecting on teaching and learning. Also, throughout the teaching event, candidates are asked to demonstrate and discuss how they developed academic language for the full range of learners in their class. This module will help you to stay organized and meet the deadlines for completing and uploading the PACT teaching event. There are several documents you will need in order to complete the PACT teaching event. The first 2 of these that you must use are the PACT Teaching Event Handbook and the PACT Teaching Event Rubrics. You should have previewed both of these documents in an earlier module. Both are available at pacttpa.org. 3 more documents that you will find helpful from the PACT website are Making Good Choices, Selecting the Learning Segment, and Academic Language for your content area. All of these documents are available at the same website under the section called Supporting Documents for Candidates. This module will refer to those documents as you go through each section or task of the PACT teaching event, so it's helpful to have them close by. You will have several weeks to prepare, record, and write the teaching event. The completed teaching event must be uploaded to the TaskStream website by a specific due date. Your subscription to TaskStream must be current, as it's very important to meet that deadline. No late uploads are accepted. Task 1 of the teaching event, the Context for Learning task, is a brief overview of important features of your classroom context that influence your instructional decision-making during the learning segment. Task 2, the Planning, Instruction, and Assessment task, describes and explains your plans for the learning segment. It demonstrates your ability to organize curriculum, instruction, and assessment to help your students meet the standards for the curriculum content and to develop academic language related to that content. It provides evidence of your ability to select, adapt, or design learning tasks and materials that offer your students equitable access to curriculum content. The Instructing Students and Supporting Learning task, Task 3, illustrates how you work with your students to improve their understanding of content. It provides evidence of your ability to engage students in meaningful tasks and monitor their understanding. This is the task where you analyze the video of yourself teaching. Task 4, the Assessment of Student Learning task, illustrates how you diagnose student learning needs through your analysis of student work samples. It provides evidence of your ability to select an assessment tool and criteria that are aligned with your central focus, student standards, and learning objectives, analyze student performance on an assessment in relation to student needs and the identified learning objectives, provide feedback to students, and use that analysis to identify next steps in instruction for the whole class and individual students. The 5th and final task, the Reflecting on Teaching and Learning task, describes what you learned from teaching the learning segment. It provides evidence of your ability to analyze your teaching and your students' learning to improve your teaching practice. One more time, the 5 teaching event tasks are 1. Context for learning, 2. Planning, instruction, and assessment, 3. Instructing students and supporting learning, 4. Assessment of student learning, and 5. Reflecting on teaching and learning. And remember that you are evaluated throughout the teaching event on how well you develop students' academic language. Follow the directions in the Teaching Event Handbook carefully and use the embedded links that refer back to your learning in earlier modules throughout your program. Thorough planning and thoughtful responses to the prompts can lead to success on the PACT teaching event. This module will help you do just that.